welcome back to Fools for Fiber, episode number
4.
And
Cuatro.
someone is still learning Spanish.
Yes.
So, welcome back. Sorry that our last one got delayed for so long.
Yes.
We had a lot of things happen.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah.
Which is not to say that this isn't real life, but in like the physical space around us.
Yes.
Which is to say, your girl got a sunburn real bad.
Yeah. And honestly, we've probably dressed down today because we knew if we kept putting it off, it'd never happen.
Was I supposed to be dressing up for these?
Well, no, but I just had the t-shirt on and didn't even think about it.
I had on my bra and a sweater.
Stop to change.
And just threw on a tank top just in case you guys don't want to see my flesh. Because we're a swearing-friendly podcast.
Yes. I'm Angie.
I'm Avery.
And all of our stuff is down there. We run a yarn dyeing business.
We do. There will be a quick shop update at the end of the episode.
Yep.
But we'll let you know beforehand so you don't have to watch it if you don't want to.
There you go.
But you should watch it because we've got cool stuff. We are going to be changing up the format of these a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're going to make this one shorter. Somehow. Because we both like to talk. But we're going to make this one shorter.
Yeah.
And then we're going to start doing them weekly. So you're going to get maybe half an hour once a week. Still debating on Mondays or like Wednesdays. Because sort of like maybe a midweek pick-me-up for people might be cool.
Ah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, so maybe we'll try doing this one on this coming Wednesday. But if you hate that, comment. Let us know that you hate it on Wednesdays and want it back on Mondays. We'll see what happens. Just that way we can actually like talk to you guys more, but also, you know, not spend an hour talking to the camera, because we could talk to each other for way more than an hour.
Yeah.
We do that on the regular, actually.
Yeah. You've probably noticed the editing. Part of that is because...
Which is going great. G is a wonderful
yes,
editor.
I didn't mean that.
G.
I didn't
Thank
mean
you,
that.
G.
I meant
G's
we
great. No.
talk
We
so much.
We Yo-Gabba-Gabba. It's bad.
That G is attempting to take out the
Not
sections
a lot, actually.
of verbosium.
Yeah, if you notice a lot of editing in this one specifically, that is because
I was running my mouth too much. I used too many words.
I mean, I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I know about all that.
Okay. I also talk a lot. Probably because she raised me. But yeah, so how have you been since our last episode?
Good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think I've gotten a fair bit done.
You had a bit of like a medical situation.
Yeah. We both had something, didn't we? Like, I ended up with, we think it was an infection in a salivary gland? Is that how you say that word? Saliva?
I don't know.
The glands that produce saliva.
I don't know. It
So anyway, my face was swollen and ugly, and
your face was fine. It just looked like you were in pain. That was the part that was upsetting. It was not that you looked bad. It was that you were very clearly in pain.
I was in pain. And it was hard to eat for about 4 or 5 days.
Yeah.
And it was like overnight. And I had this probably about maybe 9 years ago, right after we moved up here.
Yeah.
And I haven't had it in ages.
Yeah.
And I have so many food allergies that we don't know what could have triggered, like, who knows? My body is, like...
I just have sunburn because I'm 29 years old and didn't remember to put on sunscreen like an idiot.
I think I would have rather have had a sunburn.
Yeah, no, that's why I said just instead of, like, this whole situation. I just, like, you know, I don't know if they know, if you live in Northborough, Massachusetts, go to Agrodolce. They have great coffee.
Oh, yeah, Agrodolce.
One of my really good friends opened a cafe in the worst time to do so because of everything happening. So we've been making a point to go visit them and get coffee. One, because it's delicious. And two, you know, support local business, and he's a good friend of mine. So on Thursdays, the past couple Thursdays, we were sitting on their porch because they have like a little seating area outside where you can sit and drink your coffee if you want to. And the first time we did that, I literally had a friend of mine look at me and go, "Are you wearing sunscreen?" And I was like, "No, I'm under an umbrella. I'll be fine." And she was just like, "You're not 18 anymore. You need to wear sunscreen. You could get skin cancer." And I'm like, "No, I'm under his umbrella. I'm fine." Get home. I'm this color, that color. Sent her a picture just like, "You are so smart, so pretty, and right." And I was in pain for several days.
Yeah.
So that's where I was. Just sort of laying there trying not to peel my skin.
But we're
Because-
back.
Yes! And I have bought sunscreen.
And we have so much to show you.
We do have so much to show you. So, should we stop gabbing? Or do you have other
Probably.
things to gab about?
No,
Is there
I'm
anything
afraid
else?
that if we gab too much, we're going to not make that 30-minute mark, you know?
This is going to be difficult.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, do you want to start with works in progress or finished objects
Let's
first?
start with finished objects.
Okay, how many do you have?
I have 2 finished objects. Well, 2.5 finished objects.
How can you have a half? Never mind.
I have a sock that's
One sock of a
one-
pair, but it's finished.
Well, it's a hoe. It's half of an object.
We do like our hose here at Thick Skein and Fools for Fiber. You can go ahead then.
So, this is a pair of socks.
Mhm.
I actually, you want to do it? Okay, cool, thank you. So it was a sock tube. I had the sock tube wound last year, and I'm pretty sure it's an opal Monet colorway, but even if I knew the colorway, I wouldn't be able to say it because it's in German. And I am not going to butcher that.
We haven't started that Duolingo yet.
No,
Give
but
her
we're
some
going to
time.
go there eventually. So I did my pointy toe, which is super pointy, but there's only 4 Kitchener stitches.
Really?
Yes, the very tip is Kitchener stitched, and that's it.
I mean,
And I tried a 6-point decrease umbrella heel. I know Kay Jones of Bakery Bears has an umbrella heel, but I haven't done it yet. This one, I don't even remember where I found it, but it's one that I've done before. These are for my sister's birthday. I completely forgot. The green is actually one of our colorways.
oh, is it?
And yeah, it's a grass mini when I first was trying to figure out grass.
Oh, right, grass. Yes, that makes sense.
And the orange is our ginger snap. We've never released ginger snap to in the shop. And it's not part of our fall. So if you're crazy about ginger snap, maybe you should say something in the comments. This is on our DK Light, or merino light, sorry, merino light. I believe that that's merino nylon blend, and I'm pretty sure that it's around 328 yards. It's a little bit heavier than fingering.
It's very soft, though.
But, so anyway.
Yeah.
One pair of socks for my little sister Allie's birthday.
I'm really impressed because the matching, I did not realize that, because I know that you did not have this colorway in mind when you developed these two colors, but they match.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Really well. It's impressive.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I think she'll really like this.
Yeah, so I'm stoked to be able to give these to her in the next week or so.
Right.
So that's one finished, and here's the other half finished sock. So we got new sock blockers.
Yes.
And this is actually a sock, more like a house sock or a bed sock for my husband.
We really like bed socks.
And basically it's two fingering held together with a broken rib across the top of the foot, stocking it on the foot, and just a regular heel flap and gusset. I cast on 56 stitches on a size 5. I probably will write up this pattern eventually and just make it a freebie on the website.
I mean, I will probably definitely steal that pattern, which...
Yeah, I wanted to show the toe because this toe is different. Clive has a really wide footbed, so this toe is a fast decrease and then a long Kitchener across the top. And I wanted to tell people, don't be afraid to change up your toes, you know? It depends upon what your foot looks like. We were having this conversation in one of the Discord groups that I'm in about toe shapes, you know, like the end of your foot, and some people have really short, like stocky toes, but it's wide, and then they have this, like, all the fabric from the toe off the end of their foot, and so you have to kind of find the toe that fits your foot. So
I mean, that's the beauty of knitting and making something for yourself, right?
Yeah.
It's like you get to customize it to you and your foot. Like, you, especially, like, obviously figure out how to do it. Like, I don't know if I would say customize your first pair of socks, but, like, it's definitely a situation where if you find that a heel flap works better for you or a toe decrease works better for you.
I think you can see the ribbing. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Then, like, you can always put that into a pattern that you're working on for yourself or for somebody else. Oh, did you get both done?
Just in contrast, this is the first sock I ever made for Clive. I never made the mate because it's so sad and badly made.
Why?
Because look at the heel. Look at the heel.
Oh.
The heel looks like
a toe.
something. Well, you can call it a toe. It looks like, look. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. Okay.
It's something.
So I just thought I would show you that, you know.
Is that your hoe?
This was my hoe.
This is your hoe. This is not the hoe.
This is completely something else.
What yarn did you make it out of? You didn't say.
Oh, this is old Regia. Like, I've had this ages.
Oh, okay.
Like I made this 12 years ago before we left Atlanta.
Oh.
I had that in Atlanta.
Why have you just been carrying around this really sad sock for 12 years?
I guess I wanted, it was with the ball of yarn.
Here's my deal. I do think that you should definitely save some of your
Oh, there's holes all in this.
shitty works in progress. Like, if you are just beginning, do yourself a favor. Do not tear out everything that you
No.
don't like. Because you know what? This is great. This means that every time you are down on yourself for not knowing something, you can pull that out and be like, look at where I came from.
Oh, yeah.
Look at what I've done. Look at how good I am at this now.
Yeah. Yeah, the
I love
toe
that.
looks so much better than the heel, doesn't it?
They match.
Actually, no, this heel looks like really, like, I don't even know what I was doing. So anyway,
In your defense, do you even remember what pattern you were using?
for that,
Yeah.
no clue.
So I'm just saying, like, I will say this. A good pattern with good instructions makes the world of a difference for beginners and for learning a new, like, project.
yeah,
So if you're, like, learning, we'll say, recently we're talking about cables in one of the groups, right?
yes.
Cables are a situation where if you have a pattern that assumes you know how to do cables and doesn't take a moment to go, okay, this is what a cable is and this is how it's going to work, you could get so confused. But if you have a pattern or someone with you who knows how they work and who's willing to, like, talk you through it,
Yeah.
so much easier. So, like, you weren't hanging out with a bunch of people who knit in Atlanta.
Nobody. I knew
And-
nobody. I was learning from a book.
I was about to say.
And this probably was a pattern from a book.
And it probably was pre-Ravelry, so it's not even like you had...
Oh, it was
a
definitely
whole-
pre-Ravelry.
yeah, so you didn't have, like, a community of people that you knew about that you could talk to and say, hey, could you help me?
Feel how tight the cast on is.
Oh, please, you can't beat me on tight cast-ons. We both know where I came from. Miss, I taught you to knit incorrectly. Yeah, that feels like one of my cast-ons.
Okay,
Cute.
so there we go.
Yeah, go ahead.
One last thing. Baby sweater. Whoops, wrong place.
This might be familiar to you from one of my works in progress.
Yeah. So I
Guess
took
who
it.
finished it?
I finished it. So we were using the French macaroon. Avery had knit almost the full front.
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to put duplicate stitching on the chest area. What's the other name for that area? Yoke area, I guess.
I don't know.
So what I did, I basically made a cast on for the sleeves instead of making a back and a front. So,
And you did straight, like you did stockinette up here.
yeah, I did stockinette here so I could do duplicate stitching.
Mhm.
And I cast on stitches underneath here, just like the French macaroon would have you cast on to make just the front. But I just kept knitting.
Yeah, and then did like a flap.
Did like a flap. And so the only stitching I had to do was along the sides and under the arms.
Yeah, she started explaining what she wanted me to do, and I just sort of was like, listen.
And then I did the duplicate stitching
Yeah.
on the front. And then I picked up around the neck and did an I-cord bind off around the neck.
There you go.
In the back, it has an opening so that it's easier to get it over the baby's head.
Very cute.
So,
Very cute. Very cute.
that's
Did you
it.
finish the other two baby sweaters?
Yes, the other two baby sweaters are finished.
They're more basic, so you didn't feel the need to.
Well, we had talked about them,
Mm.
but I knew we were limiting our time today,
Right,
so I didn't.
right. If we still have them, you can talk about them next week.
Or I do have them on Ravelry, so we will include the other two baby sweaters in the information below, just in case you want to look at them.
So,
That's it for me.
are you ready for my single finished object? This is our trend. She's gonna have weeks where she doesn't finish anything at all.
Yep.
And I'm usually gonna have one thing. And it's not usually gonna be this impressive, so don't hold your breath. But I finished a sweater!
Yay!
Yes. So this is a Christmas present from last year for my roommate G, who does the editing, and this is the Felix pullover. Which is a cropped sweater. And I'm sneaky. So I was able to get G's arm measurement, but I was not able to get the torso measurement. So I can't remember if I talked about this in a previous episode, but it turned out to be so short. Like, I know it's a cropped sweater normally, but I was trying to add some
length
so that it wouldn't be a cropped sweater, and then it still ended up being like, hi, my name's Kim Possible, this is my midriff level of cropped sweater. And I got so mad that I put it down for like a year. Almost.
No, 6 months.
No. I finished like in December of last year.
Yeah, 6 months. 7 months.
It's August, 8 months.
Yeah, but you finished it.
Yes, but I finished it at the beginning, like, whatever, 7 months. But I finished it at the beginning of December, and I started it in the beginning of August.
Okay,
so eight months.
8
like,
months. 8 months. 8 months.
A ridiculous amount of time. So I finally sat down and finished it, and it fits them. Of course, it is still so hot in Massachusetts, so it's not like time to wear it. So I haven't gotten photos of them in it yet.
It's going to be so cool, though. And this is our night sky colorway.
Yeah.
Did
we name it?
Yeah, we did name it. It's night sky. And this is an old base that we won't have anymore. But we do have an Aran weight, Aran to bulky weight merino that would be very suitable. We call it merino chunky.
But mostly I'm just happy that the project that never ends has finally ended. So, and I get to watch them wear it this year. So bets on if I can finish my other roommate's Christmas sweater from last year before this Christmas. Because his is like one of those that you have to sew together.
Pieced. Yeah.
I hate it. Don't ever do it. And I'm on the sleeves, and I hate it. And I don't even know if I believe that the sleeves are going to fit him. So, but I finished this one. So that's a triumph, and we're not going to worry about the other one today, because that's tomorrow's problem. Future Avery can figure that out.
Well, I will have to say this. Your, I really like, I hate that we can't get this base anymore, because I really like how the ribbing looks. You know, it's so, I don't know. Oh well. The ribbing for the merino chunky will be just as good.
I was about to say, like, we haven't knit a sweater out of that one yet, so
No,
it's probably going to be just as nice.
It will be.
And to be honest, this does have some defects in the yarn that I had to work around.
Yes,
which is part of why we're not pursuing using this anymore.
Yes.
Because it's like I was able, while knitting this sweater, to find several pieces of, like, where it just was joined really poorly.
Yes.
And it caused, like,
knotty issues.
So,
yeah.
It was a situation where I just don't, yes, it's very beautiful, but if we're going to be selling it, I don't know if I would be comfortable.
Agreed. And the hanks that we test knitted for that base did not have that issue.
So it's an intermittent situation, which I think is even worse, because if we had sold these skeins to people, we wouldn't have even known it was an issue.
Yeah.
But since I stole several to make this, we did find out, and all of that to say, he's done.
Yes.
And I'm very proud of these. So, that's my only finished object.
So that's finished objects.
Yep.
and
Works in progress?
works in progress.
Do you want to go first since you're going to have 12?
I only have one because the only other I have the second half of this.
Mm-hmm.
So we've already talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
So that, and I have this is the Turtle Dove 2.
Yep.
And I am using Dye-Gilpin's Lowland Lamb's Wool in Brock, the colorway Brock.
Mm-hmm.
There's a stripe in the center here because I wanted to break it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And that is our colorway, Fireworks. And it's on size 9 needles. That's it. I've got about 4 or 5 more inches
Mm-hmm.
on the body, and then I do the ribbing. Normally you don't. I did make one modification. Normally you don't split for the sleeves until about 1.5 inches below where I split. I don't know if you can see that, but I split and I continued the body increases without continuing any sleeve increases. And I did that on both sides, so that the body would still be the size that it needs to be,
Mm-hmm.
but I wouldn't have sleeves that were starting at my elbow kind of thing.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so that's it.
That's all?
That was it. That's
Okay.
all of my, I have other works in progress, but I was trying to, some of the things I can't share because of colorways.
Ooh. I get that. So I'll just go straight into it. Can you hold this?
Yes. By the way, this is Iris.
Yes, so this is on Iris. I'm in the middle of a row and I just realized that that's probably not the best place to be showing you. But this is going to be a shawl for a friend of mine who does not watch this, I don't think. But essentially it is called The Rain Outside.
Yep.
By Soft
Sweater.
And I really like it. It's meant to be, it's got little short row patches where it looks really cool. I don't know if that actually is reading on camera at all. It's very busy. It's very bright because Iris is not a quiet colorway at all. And it actually, so the pattern calls for you to use a main color and a contrasting color. And I decided to just do Iris because fuck the police, just do what I want. Except then I got very nervous because it's so bright. Like it's yellows and purples and greens and blues and and I came very close to just frogging it and starting over with another colorway as maybe a tone down for it. But I then spoke to the person that I'm making this, her partner, her boyfriend, and he was like, dude, nothing is too loud for her. Finish it. I'm like, you know her better than I do, so I'll just finish it. And then literally today she's like, I wear whatever I want, I don't care what other people think, and if I think it's pretty, I'm gonna wear it. And I was just like, okay, someone who's not afraid to wear something loud. When I'm done, ma'am, you can wear it to your heart's content. But I'm about a little bit over halfway through with it at this point. I really like the pattern. Well worth the money, in my opinion.
It's a garter ridge pattern, or garter ridge shawl, but it has these short row
Inserts
bands
that are like meant to,
like lace inserts where
Right.
you're working back and forth, and then you begin to pick up and work the whole
Right.
of the shawl again.
right. It's
in
very
garter.
pretty. It's very pretty. So it's like these short row sections are growing out of the garter, and it's very, like, I like it a lot. I'm probably gonna make one for myself. Not in the colorway that it's this loud, because
It would be really pretty in like a gray and a white, or a
so her, the one that she has in the pattern is a light gray and a dark gray. What I was thinking is maybe like hydrangea with like,
with a natural.
or like hydrangea with like maybe a royal blue sort of situation.
Yeah.
That way it like,
I think the hydrangea and the one of the new fall colorways would go really well
yeah,
together.
probably. But, or you could do contrasting.
Yeah.
You could do like hydrangea
And grass.
and grass if you wanted to. Point is like, I probably won't do all one colorway. I probably will do the contrasting or complementary or whatever. But I just keep finding more iris, so I thought that I was going to need to steal another skein from our stock, but I don't need to because I found more today, so that's good. But yeah, this is what I've been spending the most time on. I do have another work in progress, but that's for somebody who's not doing so well. So we're going to keep that one as a complete surprise just in case she watches this. And I don't know,
Yeah.
situation where
Yeah.
I want to keep her aware that she's in our thoughts.
Yes, definitely.
But that's my works in progress. Do we want to do...
Goodies?
I have no goodies.
I have some goodies.
Then go ahead.
So, in the time that we've been away, I got an order from Angie at YarnNyarns in Penarth, Wales. She's a lovely, lovely yarn shop owner. I think the world of her. I think she's a really special soul. And so she was doing some clearing out so that she could take her physical yarn shop into an online yarn shop. And I had been wanting some Wish Orchard Spinners fleece. And so I was able to get some. So it's 100% Wensleydale. And this is the granite colorway. And I got a sweater's worth. So I'm going to use it with my leftover John Arbon gin and tonic and make a swag. So this will be my swag. Yes, I'm late to that party. And what else did I have? Oh, I got buttons from India. And I ordered these so long ago. I ordered them before quarantine ever started. Have no clue. I could try and hunt down the contact, but they came in the mail today. So I ordered them probably the first part of March. I would say around the 1st of March.
They're very cute.
But they're bamboo dried, and then they like stamped designs on them.
Cool.
You know. And sock blockers that we talked about last time. So you saw the extra large, and these are the mediums. And they came from Lithuania.
Yes.
And I just think it's really cool. So everything that I got came from out of the States.
Wow. Yeah.
So there you go. That's what I got.
Okay. Very cool.
That's all my goodies.
Nice. I haven't been shopping. Not for that. I mean, this kind of is a good. So we were gonna talk about it because it's sort of on my wish list item, not really a goodie. So this is a little like, well, it's not little, it's kind of weird, but I'm not little, so kind of weird. You see what I live with all the time? So it's like a bat wing crop sweater. This full disclosure, this came from Just Fab. Okay, like this is not high quality anything.
No.
But
it's definitely acrylic.
It's 100% acrylic, and it is not going to retain heat very well. I already know, but the idea was to sort of wear it like once I got done with the gym, if I'm ever able to go back to the gym.
We still can't go to the gym here.
I mean, okay.
Well,
they're open, but do we want to go? This is a problem.
Not yet. I don't think yet. Not yet.
So this is like a side profile of it. I want to make one.
That way. This way.
Out
this
of
way.
like
there
better
we
yarn.
go.
Or I want to make something similar out of better yarn because I really like how it fits me and I really like the aesthetic of it.
So we're going to try and figure it out.
So yeah, this is also, I know we're pushing time, so I'm not going to talk about this quite as much. If you are of a larger size, don't order from Just Fab.
Ooh.
Don't do it. It's been a long time since I have ordered clothing from a store that's not like, Old Navy is really good, but from like a not Torrid or another store that is specifically meant for somebody with a larger size. Because I just haven't been shopping for clothes. I have too many clothes. So I ordered 4 things. This, which is comically large on me, by the way. Like, this is actually very large, but it's meant to be oversized, so that's fine. I ordered a pair of shorts that are like overalls.
Yeah.
Because I thought they were cute. Too small. Okay, that's fine. Their sizing on those was weird, so I was like, well, I'll just get the biggest size. Still too small. Even though, according to their size chart, their biggest size should fit me. Then I got a peasant blouse, which again, according to their size chart, according to their size chart, should fit me.
That stands for shit chart.
Yeah, shit chart. Should fit me. Was too, like, it was so baggy in the body. And then, like, the armholes were this big. And, like, no. No. Okay? Like, I have very little problem with my body at this point because I was looking at your size chart. Okay? If it says that it should fit me, that's not on my body being too big. That's on you for saying something is going to be a specific size and then not making it a specific size.
Yeah.
And then I got a pair of athletic pants in a size that they said should fit me, my size 18 American ass, okay, that fit my roommate who is on their fattest of days, a size 5. Normally, a size 4.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean,
don't bother.
It would really, if you were a person that was negatively impacted by, from a body image perspective.
Me at age 19, at the height of my self-image issues, would have been devastated. It would have been devastating to my self-confidence.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'm 29 and at the point in my life where you can ask my roommates, I don't know how you would ask my roommates, but you could ask my roommates. I laughed.
Hey, roommates!
I was like sitting there like in my underwear in the living room like, guys, watch. Like it was hilarious because it was like, why this isn't on me and my body. This is on you and your sizing because
Yeah.
I ordered something that should be the correct size for me.
Yeah.
You, Just Fab, and I don't really come at me, Just Fab, whatever, but like, this is to literally everyone else who's like my size or larger. They sit, the athletic pants were in the plus size section.
Yeah.
Okay? Like, they were meant for someone of girth. And also, like,
Yeah.
they're meant to be stretchy, and they couldn't even get over my knees. Like,
It's really funny that
What?
you're talking about size inclusivity because I actually had a conversation with one of the girls in Discord last night about there's this brand of knitwear, a knitwear designer that I love the aesthetic. Absolutely love the aesthetic. Would knit everything they have.
oh, but not if it's big enough.
But barely big enough for me. And I'm not willing to give them the money to support that thought process. So as much as I would love to spend the hundreds of dollars on every one of their patterns,
Right.
because I'd buy every one of them,
Right.
because I'm a pattern whore, I would buy every one of them.
She really is. She'll spend
But-
money on a pattern.
But I have got, that is one thing I have gotten to a point now to where if your size range only goes 6 to 10 inches bust size, like your smallest size is only 10 inches smaller than your largest size, guess what? I'm not going there. Because it has been a problem for far too long for it to continue to be a problem.
Well, and it's also just like, we talked about this in previous episodes where it's like, I deeply feel like when I'm spending money, I'm voting with my dollar. And I am the worst at remembering to cancel subscription services, which is why I have so much like built up on Just Fab, because there was a period where I was like just not thinking about it, and I have a sub to them, which I am not getting rid of yet because I still have like so much money where they're just like, yeah, you have like 6 credits. And I'm like, shit, I don't need 10 pairs of shoes. Like, I don't need that much right now. So I was trying to find other ways to like use this money.
Yeah.
My roommate will be using the money because
Yeah.
So, all of that to say, no Just Fab. Anything?
No, just, I mean, you know, you definitely have to think about where you're making your purchases.
The battery's mad, so we need to wrap up.
The battery's mad. Ooh.
So, Clive was right, the battery's mad. Do we have any shop updates? Other than the fact that we're going to be having
Strawberry shortcake.
shortcake and peanut butter and jelly.
Yep, strawberry shortcake, peanut butter and jelly. We will send out a newsletter to anybody who has gone on to our website and signed up for the newsletter. There'll be a notification letting you know when the shop update's happening. And the following day after that goes out, there will be an Instagram post. Everybody that gets a newsletter will probably find out about it before the people that find out about it on Instagram.
So, until we talk to you next week, we hope you get to play with fiber soon.
As much and as often as you possibly can.
And take care of yourselves, honestly. Remember that, you know, Just Fab isn't out here for you.
Yeah.
But we are.
Yeah. Stay safe.